Good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu charges Nigerians to sustain democratic government as President Tinubu hails heroes of democracy. Federal government reroutes Lagos-Calabar Highway project reduces lanes to 6. On a 14 boat mishap claims more than 80 lives in Democratic Republic of Congo. And in sports, Super Falcons goalkeeper expresses readiness to face Brazil, Spain, Japan in 2026 Paris Olympics. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has enjoined Nigerians, particularly Lagos residents, to protect and sustain the present democratic government in the country. He said all hands must be on deck to sustain democracy in the country, thereby honoring the struggle of the nation's founding fathers and heroes of democracy, especially those who fought for the return of Nigeria to a democratic path on May 29, 1999. Governor Sanwo-Olu said the commemoration of another June 12, which marks the celebration of 25 years anniversary of unbroken democratic governance in Nigeria, must come with a deep reflection on the progress recorded so far in the nation's democracy. The governor in a Democracy Day message issued by his special advisor on media publicity, Boyega Akoshile, implored Nigerians to join hands together to build their dream country and future they want. Also, President Bola Tinubu has saluted the heroes of democracy on the 25 years of uninterrupted democratic governance in Nigeria. In his second Democracy Day speech on June 12, 2024, the president hailed some pro-democracy arrowheads, those alive and those that have departed. Tinubu recognized the labors of the heroes and heroines, many of whom died in the struggle, saying the sacrifices they made and the precious gifts brought about by their selfless devotion can never be repaid, nor shall it be forgotten. The president also recognized the sacrifices of the press and Nigerian journalists who mounted the barricades along with the pro-democracy activists. Wife of the Lagos State Governor Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu has kicked off the 2024 edition of the Lagos Boy Child Initiative with a memorable train ride and exposure to waste of wealth activities, making the start of the 3-day residential workshop packed with educational and adventurous activities. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu expressed her excitement about the program's potential to positively impact the lives of the boys involved, noting that the train ride symbolizes the journey of learning and discovery for the boys. In addition to the train ride experience, she and her team also took the boys on an experiential tour of waste-to-wealth activities by Alchem Nigeria Limited, a recycled polyester staple fiber manufacturer. The wife of the governor added that as the workshop continues for the next few days, the boys will engage in various team-building exercises, leadership challenges, and community projects, all aimed at reinforcing the lessons learned and fostering a spirit of collaboration and innovation. Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education in Lagos State, Tolani Ali Balogun, has opined that education is not just about teaching and learning in the classroom, but about positively impacting the totality of human life. Ali Balogun stated while speaking at the opening ceremony of a 2-day capacity building seminar organized for year tutors, heads of schools and stakeholders in Lagos State, held at Government Girls College, Agege. He also stressed the importance of having a mutual and friendly relationship between the teachers and students, adding that such a relationship will give the students a sense of belonging. The federal government has rolled out plans to subsidize compressed natural gas (CNG) vehicle conversion kits by 50% for road transport union members across the country. Program Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, said this at a Northern Stakeholders Engagement held in Kaduna State. According to him, the CNG initiative was created to cushion the effects of fuel subsidy removal on Nigerians and open new investment windows for domestic and global investors in the gas sector. Oluwagbemi noted that the subsidized conversion program was part of President Bola Tinubu's goal of having 1 million vehicles converted to CNG by 2027. He added that the federal government had procured over 20,000 conversion kits that will be immediately deployed for the conversion incentive program. Now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has rerouted the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway path to avoid any possible damage to subsea cables belonging to telecommunication companies. The government also said it has reduced the project's size from 10 lanes to 6 as a cost-saving measure for the legacy project. Minister of Works David Umahi, who made the announcement at a meeting with contractors in Abuja, also said the government had disbursed a total sum of 10 billion naira as compensation to property owners affected by the demolition necessary for the construction of the 700-kilometer highway. Umahi noted that the first 47 kilometers of the project will be open to the public by May of next year. A passenger train derailed in the early hours of Wednesday between Abuja and Kaduna. The train, which was carrying an unknown number of passengers, derailed at an unspecified location along the route. The incident has sparked confusion and panic among relatives of passengers who are seeking information on the whereabouts and safety of their loved ones. Reacting, spokesperson for the Nigeria Railway Corporation, Yakub Mahmood, said a press statement will be released later in the day on the incident. Today is World Day Against Child Labour. This year's event will focus on celebrating the 25th anniversary of the adoption of the Worst Forms of Child Labour Convention 1999, number 182. It also presents an opportunity to remind all stakeholders to improve the implementation of the two fundamental conventions on child labour, Convention number 182 and Convention number 138 concerning the minimum age for admission to employment or work, 1973. This year's theme is Let's Act on Our Commitments, End Child Labour. And now to foreign news. More than 80 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo have died after the boat they were traveling on sank. President Felix Tshisekedi made the announcement calling for investigation into the boat accident which occurred on Kwa River in Mai-Ndombe province. Meanwhile, Mai-Ndombe province Governor Rita Dula said the incident was caused by night sailing, adding that the investigations continue. Ukrainians are facing extended blackouts of up to 8 hours as their country grapples with severe damage to its power stations caused by ongoing Russian attacks. President Volodymyr Zelensky, speaking at a conference on the reconstruction of Ukraine, said Russia had destroyed half of its country's electricity generating capacity since it began pummeling its energy facilities in late March. Residents in the capital, Kiev, with a population of 3 million, are facing some of the most significant power shortages. The The hum of generators reverberates through the city, with streets often coated in darkness. The situation is expected to worsen as summer temperatures climb and people turn on their air conditioning units. Now sports. Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie says the team is mentally and physically steady to battle Brazil, Spain and Japan at the 2026 Paris Olympic Games. Nnadozie stated this at the 2024 Ladies in Sports Conference. She noted that the Super Falcons players are not deterred by the group opponents, but insisted they can repeat their 2023 World Cup feat in Paris. According to the shot-stopper, the team consists both old and young players who are experienced and playing in the top European leagues and other countries. Just before we go, please do not drive beyond specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X, Traffic Radio 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration injected 100 high, medium capacity buses for standard routes? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has enjoined Nigerians, particularly Lagos residents, to protect and sustain the present democratic governance in the country. Also, President Bola Tinubu has saluted the heroes of democracy on the 25 years of uninterrupted democratic governance in Nigeria. The federal government has rerouted the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway path to avoid any possible damage to subsea cables belonging to telecommunications companies. We also told you that more than 80 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo have died after the boat they were traveling in sank. And in sports, Super Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nnadozie has expressed the team's readiness to battle Brazil, Spain and Japan at the 2024 Paris Olympics Games. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adiwale Oluwaboruku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe.